EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Right to the air is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Running from the gun with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
An audible here to get a new look. They'll run for it with Henry. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
180.
Back to throw, Stafford. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
42 yards on the play. And the Rams first down. Again, 13 yards.
Omaha, ready, move. Middle. Tonight.
Stafford now to throw. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports.
A gain of 16 yards. And
the Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Set. Alert. .32.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
White. Set. Number 20. Hey, give me radar.
To throw is Stafford. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an intercept.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 72 yards. And the Ravens post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Ravens 6, Rams nothing.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Middle, middle, middle. Easy, alert.
Throwing is Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, 5-0.
Stafford. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Campbell Curl. And the Rams are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, That play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Now the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick six ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for two.
The Ravens will line up for the two.
They'll look to throw. Jackson going to keep it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the two-point try. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke because, all right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Give me radar. Alert! Hurry! Tonight!
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Alert! Hey! The lady! Hey, 70!
Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's good.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
59! Set! Yellow 20! Easy, alert!
The slot man in motion right. Stafford looks to throw again. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And now an audible here into something else.
Hey, easy! 180!
Here's Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
13.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Alpha, sit on! 180. Sit up. 180. Finish it up. Sit up.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Sit up. 180. Finish it up. Return it. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 4.
180. 180. Cut.
Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up a throw. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Back to it now after the made field goal. Here's Luke to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And Stafford going to change it up here.
Easy, easy! 32! Hey, give me radar.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This one swung out to Williams. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Hey, 54! Hey, 22!
Now it's Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Ready, 59, 280, hey, 22, drill right, 22. Hey.
Here's Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
59.
They snap it to Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Los Angeles.
Easy, alert. Hey. 53, ready. Zebra.
To the air again, Stafford. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Hurry! 32. Hey, easy. Hey, 22.
Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. Now he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
280. Hey. White.
The final shot before the break. Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, Most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now Stafford. He's got Smith here. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Monday. Double right. Middle.
Back to throw, Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
Almost 60.
On fourth down, Stafford. That is caught. Still going inside the 20. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
And now Stafford's going to move him around.
32. Hey, red. 53. Ready.
Back to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
50, 20.
They motion the running back out left. Throwing again is Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch.
And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
32.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
11.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Again, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
4th down, here's Jackson. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
A gain of 23 more yards. That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now Jackson going to shift him around. Here's a 2nd and 7. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
13.
Throwing is Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Rams are right back in this football game. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
180. Alert! Stop.
To throw is Stafford. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Blue 60. Stay 50, stay 50. 10, 10.
Throwing is Stafford. Finding Williams on the check down. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down.
20 hot.
On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow 80. Yellow 80. 32. White.
Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stafford. Now he's going to step up and run. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Easy. 180. Hey, give me a radar. 32.
Now it's Stafford. He hits Adams complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Now this offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
40 gut. 40 gut. Hey, 5-0. Like 7. 59.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Lady.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Hey, 50. Drill right, 22. Hurry. 20 hot.
Stafford now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Hey, 54. Ready. Hey, easy. Blue 60. 0. Hey, red.
To the air again, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now first and goal. Williams is going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the two-point conversion.
50-50. Zebra. Stop.
Now it's Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4.
19. Ravens.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes can prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's second down. Jackson to throw. Connecting with Andrews. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. Now Jackson. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score Ravens 21, Rams 19. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. This is first and 10.
Set. Hey, 250. Hurry.
Stafford now to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Stafford, he's going to change things up.
Middle. Alert. 22.
Back to throw.
Pass complete, it's Adams. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ready. Lady. Double right.
Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
32. Hey, easy. Go 20. 0. Hey, 70.
Stafford. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, I think.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Hurry. Ten.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Omaha, ready to move. 59.
Back to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5?